Hey guys, in this video we're going to take a look at widgets. Okay, so right now we have a sidebar, but this is just static content in our HTML file, or in our PHP file. So we want this to come from the widget, okay, the widget system, and we should be able to add multiple widgets in the sidebar. Now on the blog page and on any other page, this is going to be the only widget aside from a custom home page that we're going to create later on. Alright, but we are going to add those positions in our functions file. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's open up functions.php and we'll go, let's go right under the after theme setup action. And this will be to set up widget locations. So we'll create a function and we'll call it init underscore widgets. And that's going to take an ID, and then in here we're going to say register sidebar. Alright, now even though this is called register sidebar, this is used with all widget positions, not just the sidebar. So it takes in an array. Okay, and it's going to take a name. This happens to be the sidebar, but it could be anything. Actually, that's going to be an uppercase, like that. And then the ID will be all lowercase. Okay. Now we can also have before and after widget. Okay, we can also have, we can also have before and after title of the widget. Okay, so these basically are just going to be HTML tags that we want. What we're going to do is if we look, let's say index.php, and we look at the sidebar, it has a div with the class of block. Alright, now I don't want to actually have to add this div in here, so let's put it in here. Okay, so div class block, and let's also add a class called side widget. Okay, so after widget, we're going to want to close that div. And for the title, I'm going to put h3. Okay, so let's save that, and then we'll go into index. And we can take out everything that's in this side div. And what we'll do is check to see if there are any widgets in that position. Okay, so we'll say if is active sidebar, and then pass in the widget ID, which is sidebar. Then we're going to say PHP dynamic sidebar, and we're going to pass in the ID sidebar. Okay, so if we go and look at index, nothing's there because we haven't added any widgets. Now we're going to have to replace all of the static sidebar code with this. So let's copy it. We'll start with archive. Okay, we'll just paste that in. And if we go to page, alright, and of course you don't have to have a sidebar with all these pages, but we're going to. Let's search single company template. And I think that's it. Yep. Okay. So now what we'll do is go to our back end and go to appearance. Now see how there's no widget? Now once we added that code to actually, you know what? We need to initialize it. Yeah, we need to go back to functions and then go right under init widgets, and we need to say add action. Okay. Now the hook we want to use is widgets init, and then we just want to put the name of our function, which is init widgets. Okay, so now we'll go back to our back end, reload, and now under appearance you should be able to go to widgets. Alright, and what we're going to do is just add a custom text widget, and let's just put, we'll say my text widget, and then I'm just going to paste a sentence or two in here and save. Go back to our front end, reload, and there we go. Okay, so that's coming from the text widget. Let's add a button in here as well, just for looks. Let's put a line break here. We'll put 2 line breaks. Okay, you can put whatever you like in a custom text widget. Now, another thing we could do is add some kind of dynamic widget, like, let's say, the categories. Okay, so let's take that categories widget, put it here, and we'll save it. Let's go take a look, and there it is. So I want to do some make this look a little better, so we can do that with CSS. Let's go to the bottom, and we'll say side widget. I'm going to add a margin bottom of 20 pixels. That'll move it down a little. Okay, then we'll do the list items. We'll say list style none. We'll give it a line height of 1.8 em and border bottom. We'll do dotted. Color will be gray. Save that. And there we go. So that looks a lot better. Let's actually make it 2.1. There we go. So we could also put, let's say, recent posts. Change this to 3. And there we go. Okay. Oh, the gallery, we actually didn't give a title for that. Yeah, no title. So let's just say photo gallery. And there we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the rest of the widgets into functions PHP, or the rest of the widget positions, even though we're not going to do it in this video. In the next video, we're going to create a custom home page with those widgets. So we'll go right under here, paste this in 4 more times. Okay, so sidebar, then we're going to have the showcase area. Change the class name. Okay, and then these ones here, we're going to have box 1, box 2, and box 3. Okay, this will have a div of class of block, no, not block, box, and box 1. Okay, I'm actually gonna replace these two with that, and then we'll change this to box 2 and change this one to 3. Okay, save it. And now if we were to go back into the widgets area, you can now see we have those widget. Okay, at least we have the positions. If we put something in them now, nothing's going to happen because we don't have them in our template. But like I said, in the next video, we're going to create a custom home page where we'll add these widgets.